Welcome to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Chuckalicious, Chuck Williams.
All right, we have to act right, because our boss is
Best
here, Mr.
behavior
Brent
here.
McClure from News Channel 10 and Mr. Donny Cooper from the city of Amarillo. A big event taking place this morning, something that's needed. You know what your grandmother used to say, if you look good, you feel good. And our city sometimes doesn't look good. And they put together a great effort to help beautify our community. Donny, Brent, welcome to the chat. How are y'all doing this morning?
Thanks, David. Great.
Thanks, David. Doing great. Good to have you here. Thank you for having us here. Good to have you here too.
Yeah.
To be able to survive without
We're
a
all
host.
here.
Yeah.
I just want to throw this out. How big is the tire problem in Amarillo? I mean, give me a magnitude, a size or something. How big is it?
Well, I don't know that we could put a magnitude or size to it other than just say that it's a problem. It's been a problem for a while. It's not just a problem in Amarillo, but it's become a problem all across the United States where people have just decided to disregard the law. They disregard the rules that are in place when it comes to tires, especially, or just illegal dumping in general. And when we go out and we look at these all the time, we're in the alleys every day, and we watch this just regenerate over and over and over again. We clean them up, they come put them back. We clean them up, they come put them back. And it's just irresponsible people that are making it difficult for the responsible people of Amarillo. And I tell people all the time that call us to complain, I say, we have the same exact struggle that you have. We have the same anger that you have. We're not putting them there. We're just charged with taking care of those. And what that problem does for us at the city of Amarillo that people don't realize is that our landfill is not a place where people can bring them. It's not a facility that is a scrap tire facility. We're a landfill. And so the TCEQ rules are very clear that scrap tires have to be disposed of in a landfill only after they've been split, quartered, or shredded. Now, so what that means for us is we have to take, even if we collect these, if people put them in dumpsters, if they think they're doing it right by doing that, we have to take all of those out, separate them from the waste stream by hand. We have people in our transfer station that have to walk into that pile of trash, separate those tires out by hand so that we can dispose of them properly. And then if we have more than what we can handle on the ground, which is less than 500 at one time at our landfill away from our permitted site, we have to call in trucks to have those delivered away from the site. So I mean, I don't know if that gives you a good picture of what it's like, but it's not just them being in the alley, but it's the entire process of getting rid of them and the regeneration that occurs on a weekly basis.
Well,
Yeah, that's kind of where we stepped in. Is we called Donny. We started seeing the city, and I just believe Amarillo is not a community of sit and wait
Right.
for somebody else to take care of things. Makes sense?
what's the technical part? Like you're going to pick these up. Are they going to be shredded? Are they going to be recycled? What's going to happen with these tires?
Yeah, great question, Rhonda. So the part of Project Cleanup that's going on this weekend is it's a tire roundup is what we're calling it, right? To have fun with it. And you can bring tires. We're not picking them up necessarily because we see tires everywhere, but we're depending on the community to bring tires to us. Bobby Lee at Starlight Ranch has given us the north parking lot there to gather on. I know people are already trying to take them out there. Not now. Wait just a minute. Saturday, we have 2 big trucks coming. So our goal is to haul off 30 to 40 tons of tires. These are scrap junk tires. We're not taking the tire company's tires. We're not doing any of that. These are really meant to get them out of your attic, get them out of your alley, get them out of your neighbor's alley, right? Get them off the street if you see them. The illegal dumping is crazy. They're just everywhere. As we've seen this, we started the Project Cleanup, if I can speak straight. In September, this was immediate. We called Donny and said, hey, what are we going to do about these tires? And so we partnered with Fuller & Son. They're our cleanup partners in that. And then we needed a trucking partner to get them to Denver City, is the closest recycling plant that we could find in this. So that's 2.5 hours away. So King Country Trailer and Tire is our partner. They volunteer drivers, trucks, and trailers to take them to Denver City. So we'll round up all these tires Saturday from 10 to 2. So get there at 10 to 2 o'clock. When we run out of space, we have to be done. Right? We can only beg for resources so much.
Yeah.
We think by making a dent with 40 tons leaving Amarillo is going to help everyone and clean up our city.
Donnie, it not only is it just a nuisance, it costs the taxpayers money. Basically, is what we get to the nuts and bolts of. This is money you could be allocating, putting in other places. But it also can be a health hazard, and now with these high winds coming up, a fire hazard. It's not just tires; it's the general cleaning of areas that we really need to focus on, isn't it?
Absolutely. You nailed it, David. And I say, it's really easy to identify a problem. It's very easy for anyone to complain about a problem. And we try to talk to our staff a lot about, let's not complain about the things that we're challenged with. Let's find solutions to those challenges. And I'll tell you, when News Channel 10, when Brent came to me, and actually, Brent, I don't know if you remember this, and that may have been September when we started talking about tires, but in fact, it was, because I remember it was at a Caprock football game where we talked about that originally. But prior to that, this was over a year ago when we started talking about Project Clean. And when he came to us with this concept of Project Clean, honestly, I was blown away. In fact, so impressed with the forward-thinking concept that they had, because it wasn't just identify. We can all identify if there's a problem, but coming up with a solution for that. We want to make a difference, is what he said. How can we do that? And now, a year later, you have made a difference. And the tire event, which being the latest idea that came up in September, is just think about this. On a national level, what media companies normally do is they have gotten to where, we're real guarded, because they're going to come after you for the slightest thing, or blame the illegal dumping on us, or things like that. But Brent, your approach was so different in that, and I commend you for that, because the approach was saying, hey, we want to be a part of this. We all enjoy living in Amarillo. And this is one of the reasons that I love living and working here, because listen, when it comes to illegal dumping and solutions that anyone has, you guys were the first ones to come to us and say, what can we do to help? And you've got tools that we don't have, that you can use your advertising for, and the things that you're doing are just brilliant. So, David, to answer your question, and I'm not trying to just blow smoke, we're so pleased with what we've seen, and just the effort and the partnership that we've developed with Brent and his team. It's been wonderful. So, on behalf of Jared Miller and the city management team, thank you for that, because this truly makes a difference. And it also, not only that, but it sets an example for what we're about here in Amarillo, and that's helping each other solve problems. So I think we're onto something big here. I think it's going to make a huge difference this weekend.
Great partnership. I know you got to get out, David. So 10 to 2 Saturday, see you at Starlight Ranch. Bring your tires. That's what we need.
That's it. We'll take a break here. We're back with more chat right after this.